Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Before we get started, click that like button, turn on notifications, give her a huge thumbs up, and also stay at home.
Good morning. I'm feeling good today. I'm walking. Sorry if you can hear the cars in the background. So I wanted to share something. I wanted to share how important it is to be with the right people when you're brave enough finally to come out. I understand physically in, mentally out, right? Physically in, mentally out, PMOs. I think if you can stand alone, right, and come out, even with your fears, I think it's really good if you do that. I'm telling you, fear in this organization is pervasive. And I think it doesn't do you well in the long run. It won't serve you well in the long run to stay. And I've seen that in the course of my being one of Jehovah's Witnesses, how fear plagues the body. Notice that a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses have, one, depression. They have a lot of autoimmune diseases. My mother had has scleroderma. I know of others. I can't remember exactly what this particular autoimmune disease was. It's very rare. When all the lung bones fuse together. I noticed in the organization those kind of detailed autoimmune diseases where it's almost rare. Now, as a whole, I'm sure the world, right? The world is all affected with autoimmune diseases, and you'd think, oh, okay, what is she talking about? You know, there's autoimmune diseases everywhere. But fear affects our minds, and in turn, it affects our bodies. And as one sister told me, when she found out I had this brain bleed, she said, leave your husband, because, you know, that's how you're going to get better. And it actually wasn't my husband that I needed to leave. It was the organization that I needed to leave. And wow, I feel so good. Yeah, I'm scared, and I lost a lot of people. Being with the right people, though, being with the right people who are willing to stand up for what's right, that makes a difference in the way you continue your growth process. I had to dump some people, and that's okay. Yeah, it hurt initially. It was a little frustrating. I got some backlash for it. One prominent ex-elder told me, oh, well, we'll forgive you. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I didn't do anything wrong. I noticed the same thing happening in my little cult group, and the same things that were happening already in a larger organization, Jehovah's Witnesses, which is lots of rules were being made, and people's opinions were more important. The re-establishment of the Christian congregation, which has gone through over centuries, it's over time, the re-establishment of Christian congregation. So, yeah, I mean, nothing is new under the sun, right? According to the scriptures. And I think it's very powerful. Knowledge is very powerful. So when you finally get to a point where you're strong enough to leave people behind, that's a sign of getting stronger. Don't knock yourself for that. And it isn't easy. You know, I believe Tessa had said, hurt people hurt people. So, you know, it's to be expected that you would possibly attract other people that are hurting, and then they hurt you. And morning. It's important to be, I think it's important to be forgiving, but not at the risk of your own mental health. How's that? It's a little frustrating too when I listen to other ex-Jehovah's Witnesses talking about Jesus and the kingdom and ruling over the earth, and it's like a constant circle. I look at a little rat or a little mouse in a cage, and they get in that wheel that goes around and around and around and around, and I can't listen to that. I just can't. It's not moving forward. It's just staying in one place, arguing about things that there really is no answer for. So I had to let go of that reasoning and realize that, sorry, they just don't got the answers, and that's okay. That's okay. Not knowing is okay. Sometimes it's better. You just don't know. So, fear is powerful, and you want to make sure you're with the right people as you're progressing. And if it is only through YouTube, because I have found that, you know, when I came out, I still wanted God, right? I still wanted God, and Courage to Change has helped a lot to put things in perspective. Because one, you find out that people out there can listen to something and take what they need and not be condemned for not believing everything. And I think that's really a wonderful gift that we're given. Free will. Being able to take what you need. And it's not selfish to let people go. You have to get strong. And sometimes you grow apart. And you have to find people stronger than yourself in order to get stronger. So, sorry. Yeah, I wanted to share that with you today. Every day's a little different, and that's important to remember. There's a lot of people going through a lot of different things. And it's very scary. Fear can be very violating to your mind and to your body. I know. I mean, every day is different. And if people are honest with you, you know, life is not, life is can be a challenge, but you can do it. You can do it. It's one day at a time. Pick yourself up, roll yourself out of bed, go for a little walk, look at the sun and the skies, the blue sky and the greenery around you. People living, whether they want to or not, right now. Get out. Get out and move. Get out and breathe. Breathing is very important. I notice that when I stop my breathing exercises, and it's that long outer breath. It's that deep inner breath, and then it's this and as long as you can keep it going, that's what's relaxing your brain. Science. So wonderful. So, you hang in there. It's one day at a time. Don't give up. Don't give up on the world. Don't give up on people that you have come across that aren't ready yet. Don't give up on them. You can get irritated. They can get irritated with you. And sometimes you have to let them go. And that's okay. That's okay. But you just keep going. You keep growing. And don't be afraid. And if you can't get out and you're stuck in those PMO bars, find access to people who are going to give you strength and courage and motivation to keep going. And 20 years, Crazy Jehovah's Witness came out. And I you know what? I'm in the frame of mind that when trauma hits, getting out of the trauma is much better than staying in the trauma, no matter what age you are. So even for older folk who you think are safer being in trauma, no, I think they all should come out. I don't care how old they are. Life is precious. Don't live it in a chair for 2 hours or on a Zoom meeting for 2 hours. Go outside and live. Live. Enjoy your life. All right. Thought I'd share that with you. Sometimes just a little bit of sharing helps to get through the day. I forget that sometimes. Hi there. All right. Follow your bliss. And be good humans.